Good morning. I've tried to do this video a couple of times now, and I'm not quite sure as if I'm supposed to be doing this video or not. It's actually, on the times that I've done it before, it's something has happened to mess up, whether it's somebody Skyping me right in the middle of the video and I lose the video, or my it goes into sleep mode and I go to hit my pad and the whole thing is lost. uh, so sometimes when you hear these types of messages, you wonder whether you're supposed to be putting the video out or not. I'm gonna do it one more time, and if it goes through, okay. If it doesn't, then I know this is not supposed to go out to humanity at this time yet. uh, this video is on the chakra system and my perception, how I use it for manifestation, for reading the field, for my prayers and meditation, for how I use my chakra system to send out to the field or to receive the answers from the field. It's just part of mastery. I'm speaking on during this video on a level that people would understand as the sixth initiation, when you've already gone through the heart chakra activation, but you've actually activated all the seven original chakras. People can be using this, as I did throughout my life, without activation of chakras. But what activation of chakras does is it amplifies the effect. It turns you from a citizens band radio picking up on your local field around you into a SETI, where you're sending out information or receiving information from the universal level. And it's all about power. And the activation of chakras is like a radio station or a television station. That activation of chakras is basically like the adding of wattage, your power intensity to what goes out or comes in, your ability to perceive it. In the sixth dimensional way of comprehending, as you've activated the seven original chakras, you've gone through that heart activation process. You've gone through the other activation, or the activation of the seven original physical chakras. You're beginning the higher chakra downloads, but and that's just amplifying the effect. Each time you go through a higher chakra download or activate a minor chakra, you're just amplifying the power that you have within your field and your ability to perceive, to send out, to receive. The chakra system, when it's fully activated in the human body on that level, in this, what I'm saying here is it expands further when you take even further initiations, when you're expanding your light body out further, when you're bringing more light into your physical being. What I'm trying to say here even grows, and it's a different level of awareness. But on the sixth dimensional level, you are attuning into the understanding that you are manifesting your reality, and it's done via your energy body or your chakras. In the higher dimensions, which is the seventh, eighth, and ninth, from the ninth being the divine plan and divine consciousness in the crown chakra, through the vision and the light of the third eye chakra, to the incantation of the speaking, the sound of the throat chakra, and the medium is the heart chakra, which takes that is all the upper is in a quantum level of understanding. It's at the atomic level. It's not at necessarily the cellular level like your lower chakras sometimes can be attuned to. Your higher chakras are at a quantum level, and that deals with magnetics, and that's how the the laws of attraction and the laws of creation work is through magnetics on the quantum level. The heart chakra is the feelings, the emotions, or those magnetics. It's the center point and balance point of the higher chakras and the lower chakras. The lower chakras are more attuned to the field itself, to humanity, and what's going on with the consciousnesses around you in the field, because everything in the field is living. And the lowest or root chakra connects you to Mother Earth, which between the crown chakra and Mother Earth, those are the two ends to the portal, and allows the energy to flow. It creates the vortex within the human body, and that's basically what you're doing by activating your chakras, and by living within your field. You are living within a vortex that you've consciously created. Okay, your crown chakra is the divine plan. As a person that is activated, knowing that he is consciously creating his manifestation, that individual has stepped into being one of the Elohim. The Elohim is the plural form of God, and when you're consciously creating and doing this with intent and purpose, you are becoming a conscious creator. You're becoming a son and daughter of God, and you have to be very careful with what you do. Maybe not careful, because there's a lot of people that are fifth dimensionally activated. They've activated their heart chakra and they're still living in the ego of the head. You can do that and still be living in the ego for the next several initiations. And the problem with doing that is without consciously being aware of what you're creating, and you're creating a thought, you're seeing the vision, you're speaking it forth, you're manifesting. And if you're not doing it in a whole and complete way, you can be causing some effects that you might not necessarily want. And many of us have talked about Earth getting into the fifth dimensional energies, which she is now, and things manifesting very quickly. And the manifesting of things quickly, if you're still holding on to any negativity, if you haven't done your cleansing and purging, if you've done this out of ego to ascend rather than out of really wanting to learn to master, then you can be kicking yourself out of the game here. And I'll say right now, there's many people that's dropping body that might not have wished it happened so quickly in the way that they said, because they speak and they're not complete and whole in the thought, and they're not whole in the thought, the picture, and what they're speaking. And sometimes it's better just not to speak, to get out of the head and live from the heart and perceive the field without manifesting, to just simply be, rather than always having to blah, 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 or always think, because we're all manifesting. And when you're activating your chakras, you're stepping into powers and levels of power that is being created pretty quickly in the field, the illusion that's around you. It's better to be a mystic sometimes and just be a holder of the energy, and not to utilize it for your own personal behalf. And that's why I a lot of times say that I don't use the power within my field. It's used by others around me. And that's because I have no desire for manifesting anything other than a new, higher, fifth dimensional Earth for all of us to step into. So how this works is you're creating a portal between heaven's forces and Earth's forces, between the higher dimensions and lower dimensions, which are the chakras. Each different chakra has its own function within how you use your energy body in sending out those prayers or the incantation, the picture, the prayer, which is all of that, into the field to return into the illusion around us. The divine thought is a ninth dimensional concept from this viewpoint, and remember, this always is going to change as we expand our perception of how all this works changes and it shifts. But this is a level of the sixth initiation and the activation of the seven original chakras, physical chakras. The divine plan, as we are creator gods, you're realizing that you're part of the Elohim, the plural form of God, consciously creating what's going on in your field. The divine thought, the crown chakra is attributed to the divine thought. Of course, you can go to the solar level, the galactic level, and the universal level, and the chakras above you. But we're just talking about the seven original chakras here in the physical form. The divine thought is that need of what you want to manifest or create or bring into your life or your field. When you're creating the divine thought, I mean, and we can do this as a collective, we can do this as a group, we can do this individually, we can do this on many, many different levels. But whenever you're connecting that divine thought, you've got to know how you want it to all go together, how you want it to relate to this or that, and we're relating to each other's fields as well as our own field, and that's part of the reason why I'm kind of pulling back these days and stepping into my own field, because my level of perception really picks up on the fields of those others around us. The more I amplify my light, the more I expand my energy field as other people's fields come into contact with mine. Then I have great perceptions and great they interact with mine in ways that sometimes I don't want. I would rather keep mine pure. And that's not necessarily for manifesting in mind, but I want to be able to feel what's going on a global level or a universal level, or even within inside myself, because it's all the same. I mean, it's just different layers of the same thing. It's a hologram. It's replicated, whether it's on the inside or on the next level, the outside, say on the earthly scale or galactic or universal. It's all a replication over and over and over and over and over. The crown, that's the divine thought, and what you want to do if you're consciously manifesting, just say like you're wanting to create a new earth, you want to be as defined in that divine thought as you possibly can. You want to connect the dots and to show how it goes together. You're creating your rules with the divine thought. You're creating your limitations or removing your limitations with the divine thought. Thought is where your intent a lot of times comes from, although you can have intent by feeling rather than just by on a conscious level, a consciousness level, on the thought level. You can actually feel it rather than think it, and that can be, you can have intent in any one of these different chakras, and how they all go together is a part of this, a part of that, a part of this, a part of that. It makes a recipe that comes out in manifestation. And that's how even the light of each individual chakra is holding a different frequency and holding a different ability. Say like the root chakra, the red, that is your power, that's your determination, your courage, your oomph, and you put that into your thoughts as you're going through and you're manifesting.